right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 3, Episode 13. Aha. Yes, they have made their way west somewhat now.
Yes.
And they are on a Jeep. In a Jeep.
Right.
Using a Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
And the Joe Bros are on their way without Abdul.
Yes.
Without Abdul.
It's very sad.
It's very sad.
Now, what do you think will happen next? Are we going to get another stand user of the week? Or are we possibly...
Well, there's someone in a car that's, like, stalking them or chasing them.
That's right.
Remember? It's like some really kind of, like, fast-looking sports car that was like, vroom, and it's like, okay. I'm like, oh, huh. So someone, like, using their stand from within a car sounds
or their
like
stand
pretty cool.
is the car. Their stand is the engine that's making it go super fast.
Right. Maybe their stand is, like, possessing the car, but, like,
sure.
we'll see. We'll see.
We shall.
The idea of a car chase, though, in the desert sounds really awesome.
Yes.
I also think that if this this threat or whoever this new character is, or whoever, attacking them while they're all in the Jeep together, though, allows for some very cool visuals, because then you could have all three of their stands coming out and, like, defending them.
Right, that's one of those
things. And you could have, like, one person in the car that's using just a legit machine gun, just and then you have the other person who's, like, stand, like, meditating in the back, and their, like, stand is doing all kinds of crazy stuff. That'd be awesome.
That's actually a great point, because if they're in a car chase, you can't exactly split the party when they're all in the car.
Exactly.
So... yeah.
That's why I'm excited, because they'll all get to defend their rickety Jeep together.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah. Also, they could go kind of off-road, which could make things kind of fun, because that will slow their journey down somewhat, which is, I think, kind of what they want.
Maybe we could have a survival episode after this where it's like they're stranded in the desert or whatever.
Like, they may defeat the stand user, but they'll probably be stuck in the desert, and the Jeep will be broken down, and they'll be like... well, crap.
What do we do? All right.
And I guess we walk. Joseph will be like, oh no, and Kakyoin will be and Kakyoin will be like, don't worry, my friends, we will totally figure this out. Are you going to take off your school uniform so you don't overheat? Are you insane?
Not a monster.
Never. All right, guys, well, this is going to be exciting. So without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Understandably so. You can see they're kind of all not talking about it. Oh, the car's in front of them. Whoa. Four-wheel drive is great. Do we just fling pebbles at that car? What? Ah!
No way!
Yada does it, yes. Oh my gosh, they just look like...
how did you get here?
Right, exactly.
It's a ghost car.
Possibly.
Joseph.
Yeah. And the point of destiny. Stardust. Something, it's exciting and hype. But Abdul was with them in all of those.
I know.
How can he actually be gone?
Wait, jump.
Yes, the jump of gooberness.
Okay, what if that was the order that they died? Abdul was at the closest to the screen there.
Oh.
And if that's the case, that means Joseph is the next one to die.
Oh, crap.
Hopefully not, because Joseph... no, that's... no. He always makes me think of... yes, that part's just... but that part where Joseph was swinging
I'm ready.
The thorn vine makes me Indiana Jones. All right, here it goes. You had take 2 breaths.
I had to take 2 breaths. I am no longer a Jobro. Let him pass. Yeah. Good man.
And he tries to run them off the road.
Yeah, he put them on the road. So, oh, it's a stand user. Yep. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. JoJo senses that. Yep.
Wow, they're suspicious of being a stand already. Perfect.
Oh. Oh, that was cool. Whoa, whoa, what? Oh my gosh! Jeez. Oh. Dang. Holy crap.
All right.
That was genius. Yeah, y'all would have been dead.
Well, and
well, yeah, I think that's almost obvious.
But if they got to this point so quickly, like where they're actually questioning that.
Right. Jotaro! Oh my gosh, no
okay, so
way.
Now
it's official.
They're addressing that, yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
Okay.
Okay. Alright.
And I guess this is before GPSs were big things. Judging by the shoulder span, all of these men could be stand users.
It's true. Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, the cart. Especially if you just yelled like that. Beat them all!
Okay.
Even Joseph's a part of this. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, come on. Oh.
Yeah, what they really should have done is just slashed to the tires and then beat the 3 of them up.
Right. Oh, okay, they haven't started going the wrong way.
Gotcha, and because they're going fast, they're just...
Oh!
Gotcha.
Genius. Okay.
Alright.
And... Yep, yep. And look, the car's gone. Yeah, I think you might have been on the... Like, either being... Oh! No. Where'd it come from?
Okay. But we need the car.
Right. You idiot. Oh,
that's bad.
Whoa!
The range.
You speak too soon. Oh, genius. Not bad.
But what happens if the car just suddenly...
Do you like sumo? Whoa! Yeah, that car is definitely like a stand or something because it shouldn't have been able to swap. Yeah, there's no way. There is no way. Okay, that seemed too easy. Like, yeah, yeah, it drove along the wall there. Oh boy, here we go. Now their car's being controlled.
まさか今落ちていった車じゃ。バカな、めちゃくちゃのはずだぜ。
Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
Oh, a wheel. Like a steering wheel.
車から離れろ。
Yeah.
まさか地面だ。
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
It burrowed up.
Yeah.
What? I love it. Oh my gosh, and it just self-repairs. Yep. You think? He's like, oh, in a strength or for strength battle, yeah. Why not?
Fair point.
Okay. Jeez.
Oh,
so that's a ranged attack.
Problem.
Oh.
Oh, that's bad.
What? Yeah, what was that?
Sure. Maybe you guys should use your stands.
Oh, good. Yeah, change their environment. Yeah. Oh no!
Right.
Yes!
Now hold on a second. Stands usually, if they take damage, and then the master takes damage.
Who can't solve a simple puzzle? What are these comparisons?
Then JoJo returns. Yeah.
Seriously.
And this guy can burrow.
Right.
Okay.
It's pretty confident. Oh my gosh.
Alright.
Oh no!
But the stand user should get hurt whenever the car gets damaged.
It's a possibility. Okay. Yeah, give it a bit of an aura. Oh crap. Like solidified gasoline.
Okay.
Oh crap! Oh my gosh! What? The fact that we're not seeing the head is...
Jotaro did look pretty cool when he was on fire.
Part 3 is over.
Wow.
That was pretty meta.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's the main character? What is going on?
Coming right out and
This is
that.
so fourth wall breaking.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait, when did he get underground?
So is that his cloak?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh, that's so edgy and epic. Okay, so there's a guy in the car.
Yeah.
Okay. For a second, I was thinking that there might have been... See, they're not showing the face. What is going on? Oh, was it the guy that served them the juice? The sugarcane juice?
No, I don't think so. It's just the idea that his arms are what's on the outside. And they're huge.
I gotcha.
But the rest of him is tiny.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. It's just the way they're all coming in from this corners and stuff.
He's just smiling.
I'm a priest in trade. Please do not deserve my. No way! Yes. That is genius. Who came up with that? Who came up with that? That had to be either Jotaro or Kakyoin. There's no way.
I would not be surprised if it was Polnareff.
Oh, really?
Or Joseph. Heck, any of them. Car's starting to break down.
She's still mourning.
Oh. Yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I knew it. Here she comes. Okay. Balance. Justice.
All right. Justice.
Bunkai.
Oh.
Oh. All the old paintings on the tomb, they do the sun dance, don't you know? If they move too quick, go away, oh, they're falling down like a domino. Although bizarre men by the night, they got the money on a bet. Oh, the crocodiles away, oh, they snap the teeth on your cigarette. All the foreign types with the pipes say, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Walk like an Egyptian.
All right, so Enya's joining the fight.
Well, that's a good sign.
It is.
Waitresses take their trays, they turn around and they cross the floor. If they brought the moose away, oh, they wrap your drink and they bring you more. All the bull kids so sick of books, they do like the punk and the metal band. All the buzzer rings away, oh, they're walking like an Egyptian. All the kids in the marketplace say, way, oh, way, oh, way, oh, way, oh. Walk like an Egyptian. Okay, they broke the fourth wall.
They
twice.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in the same scene, but
right.
They broke it hard.
This is the end of part 3.
Yeah. But who will replace me? Jotaro Kujo is the main character.
Okay.
Using
doing that after Abdul died. You know, so it's like the idea of characters dying is on the table. But yeah.
But they also kind of mocked the idea of the main character actually dying.
They did.
Making
just
light of the fact that they casually killed off Abdul. Well, I mean, it wasn't casually.
It wasn't casual.
It was in a very intense episode. But this episode was so dang funny.
It was great.
So it was hilarious. But this is basically them realizing, like, oh yeah, we're going to be a stand of the week show, but we're going to have some fun with it.
Like, okay, the fact that they went to the place, right? And they're like, one of these 3 is a stand user. Right, makes sense. Shoulder span and everything. So they're just like, we'll just beat all 3 of them up. Because why not?
So
you can
funny.
never be too sure.
It's so funny that you say the shoulder span thing, but literally the guy's design was made so that he would actually have the shoulder span in order to be a stand user. Yeah, like literally it was just his shoulders and his arms and nothing else was big.
Yeah.
That's so dang funny. But yeah, they had their little merry chase. I liked that they went through the whole idea of Joseph being like, no, like, let's be somewhat courteous and stuff. We've got a journey to go through. We don't want to be dicks, you know, to random people driving and stuff. The Joe Bros are kind of dealing with their whole, like, this is so much more boring than, you know, Calcutta. And then, of course, they pick up the girl again. Sorry, what was her name again? I can't remember either.
Because, see, I'm pretty sure her name is just Yada Yada.
Yeah, Yada Yada. To be fair, though, her character is kind of quirky and goofy, but I'm guessing that I'm not going to be the biggest fan of her for very much longer.
Gotcha.
Like, I can tell her character was brought back mainly for just the lulz and not really for any real character reason.
Sure.
In particular, because this part kind of walks like in between both worlds of having the comedy slice of life stuff and having kind of the thriller stand, like,
right.
Ooh, like it's kind of almost like a horror monster kind of thing where there's a monster out there. It's a stand of the week, but instead of monster of the week, it's stand of the week.
By the way, props to them for actually being like, this thing's acting weird. You think it's a stand user? Probably. Yeah, like we'll keep our eyes open.
Like they didn't notice the purple energy, which I can't really fault them for. It was kicking up some dust and things.
That's
so,
right.
You know,
right. Yeah, they could miss it.
But they do have the idea of being on alert.
They're like, okay, we'll just watch this thing closely, and if it does anything especially suspicious,
right,
we'll just trash it.
But are they going the wrong way now? Like,
well, I'm not sure because I think because the other way I think was for a closed off road.
Sure. So they'll
now
eventually get back on track.
Yep, and they noticed the whole thing with the map. So
that's also a good point. Yeah. But yeah, dealing with the car
now they have
a stand,
right?
That's pretty cool.
Or at least the stand was affecting the car to be different, and I think that's the workaround that they had because. One, they're driving the car now, the actual car without the stand. Yeah. And two, it looked like they were breaking a rule, which is
what?
When a stand is hurt, the user gets hurt.
Oh, sure.
Right?
So the damage rule was mitigated because
the stand wasn't actually the car.
The stand wasn't actually the car, and therefore when the car would take damage,
the stand user
was still fine.
Right.
Okay, that kind of works around it, but you're right. They should have been able to just bang up the car and, relatively get the fight over quicker. But I like the idea of a car that's just unstoppable. You have to find some clever way in order to get the person out of the car in order to do it. But it's also another kind of funky thing in that, the stand has to be close to the user somewhat, right?
Right.
And a car is like it's about as close as you can get. You're literally inside your own stand, basically.
Yep.
But being able to move that quickly because it's a car, and not being able to worry about terrain.
Well, and being able to protect yourself because if your stand is strengthening the car, then you're basically just in this bunker moving at very fast speeds.
And you can morph your car into different types of weapons and stuff, and fire out projectile hot gasoline.
Now, I would have very much liked.
That's hilarious.
I would have very much liked if Polnareff got the idea to be like, watch this, guys. And just, while they're driving, slashes all 4 of its tires. Like, just, all right, good job, let's keep going.
What would have been a fun twist is when they, slashed the tires, and it would have been really freaky, is that happens, in the beginning.
And then it just gets the spikes and just keeps going.
Well no, but they just go, the car repairs itself, with the stand's influence, and then suddenly the car's back, and Polnareff's like, "Nani?"
And now it's back and it's pissed. It's
no, it's just kind of lumbering there, just kind of and they kind of watch it
sure, yeah,
and then they encounter it again, and Polnareff's like,
yeah, and that was a clever thing they did here of making it be okay, so this thing's pretty much obviously a stand, but it's all right. What exactly can this thing do? And it was less about them fighting it as well. Let's just
avoid it until we figure out what we're dealing with here.
Right.
And they basically just found out it's just some kind of alternate version of an all-terrain vehicle that's modified to be that because it's a stand, and some really jankily shaped guy inside it, just being the final
with Popeye arms and
being the final tarot card user. So
yes. So now Enya's on the way.
Yeah, he was number 7, and he's done. He's done.
Okay. That way that they...
that they punished him.
Chaining him to a rock.
Oh my gosh. He's like, I am a priest doing my meditation. Please do not interrupt me. And then made him have his mouth guard up.
Covered.
That's so cruel. That's a very slow death.
That's just...
he's going to die of, lack of water.
Yep.
And that's it. It's going to be a very torturous way to die. Now, that's why I think it had to be... either Jotaro or... Actually, no, you're right. Polnareff could have done it. Kakyoin, if I had to question who's a bigger gentleman, Kakyoin or Polnareff, I think now Kakyoin
I think Kakyoin, yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, okay, I could.
He's not very vengeful. He doesn't have as
Right.
big of an ego as the other boys do.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. I could also see it being Joseph because Joseph is a prankster. Now he hasn't been doing that as much since his younger years.
Sure.
But that is exactly the kind of like clever thinking that I could see him doing, where he's like,
they should have shown us who did it.
yeah,
Now,
that would have been just so.
If
so
anyone in the
perfect.
comments actually knows who did it, because it's not story relevant as to who did it,
Right.
Pass it along to our mods. They'll let us know. I mean, if anyone on the Discord like knows, and they can let us know, that'd be cool as well. Because I got a real kick out of like being like, oh my gosh, that's horribly genius. Who thought of that?
And I guess
that's going to tell us so much about the character of the person who did that.
And I get that they didn't want to actually like show the chaining up, and all that stuff,
Yeah,
because
it's a
that would
little-
detract from the joke and it would take too much time. But they could have just done something where one of them just like, I got an idea.
Oh yeah, and then they just cut, and then suddenly he's chained up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess on the other side of things, there's the possibility that he'll kind of heal himself up just over time a little bit. His stand will be able to be utilized to help him.
Sure.
And he'll get away. But the thing is, he'll be like so scarred from the whole event. It's like going maybe a day without water.
Well, and also his stand, does it work without a car? Because he doesn't have a car no more.
Maybe not.
So,
Maybe not. Good question. Very good question.
Now they have this beater that doesn't work very well because it was probably just the only reason it was functioning was because the stand was souping it up.
Right.
And Enya's on the way, so she's gonna get to them, and they're gonna be all
right. So can I throw out a theory about her stand?
All right.
I think
Justice
I've now started to.
scales.
I think I've now started to. Yes, that's what I'm going to talk about. Is the tarot cards do correlate to the stands in some way.
Sure.
When you think of justice, what you think of is equally
Balance.
measured. It's basically when something is weighed.
You have been weighed.
Yes, you've been weighed, you've been measured, you've been found
You've been
wanting.
found
Yes.
Yeah.
But justice is when you evaluate, you measure something else, and you find something else that's equivalent to it. Now,
Okay.
if you have any kind of calculation being made with this stand, and she's thinking of some way to kind of balance things out, I am getting some very, very clever vibes with her stand. Like,
All right.
Like I have a gut feeling like her stand is going to be my new favorite stand. Like,
It could just be something as simple as I create copies of other people that basically fight them for me.
that is hinted in the opening. That's true, because there's that part where there's the
Jotaro,
purple, yellow, or it's like basically Jotaro and Star Platinum in purple and yellow versions are like spiraling around each other.
Right.
And I don't remember which one they focus on as to be like the real, Jotaro, but that's a thing. Also, the potential of Enya's stand being one of the ones that's like legitimately scary,
right?
Because she trained Dio.
Sure.
I feel like she's kind of one of those mid-tier,
Right.
not whole horse, but like Hanged Man level problem.
Yeah, like
not necessarily someone's gonna die,
but
someone very much could die.
or at the very least, it's not going to be resolved in one episode.
Yes, that's actually the more practical way to look at it.
Like the idea that
she'll be
probably get a
two-parter.
two-parter. Yeah.
Minimum. Like she could
Right.
potentially be a 3-parter, but I think it'll be around a 2-parter.
And now I'm really excited to see what happens when they actually reach Egypt, because they're building up Egypt as like
we're in Pakistan right now.
That's when it'll finally be over and we'll face Dio and stuff. But I almost get the feeling that once they reach Egypt, that's when the real adventure
We've got a ways
starts.
to go, Jacob. Like if you think about where we're at right now geographically. Hold on. So I think they have to go through Iran next. Basically old school Persia. So Iran, and then I think Saudi Arabia, and then basically Saudi Arabia is like almost the entire way. Unless they hit the Mediterranean, then they can go through like Syria, like Iraq, that area, and then they can go into like either Lebanon or Israel.
Okay. I'm not very good at geography.
Yeah, geography was one of my stronger areas, but it's been a while since I've been in any kind of schooling or anything like that. So, yeah, but the Middle East is going to be very exciting because there's a lot of cultural stuff there, and I think this is one of the things that is it Iraqi? Yeah, it's Iraqi.
Yeah. Yes.
Iraqi in particular wants the cultures of the areas that they go through to be given their fair marketing, essentially.
Right, yeah, because that makes it actually feel like an adventure.
It makes it feel like an adventure, but it also feels like that they're traveling to different places.
Right.
Like when they talked about the sugarcane juice, I kind of got a little bit excited because I was like, oh yeah, I've actually had authentic sugarcane juice. I've been to areas. I've been to areas near that, and it's like, oh yeah, that stuff's good. It's ridiculously sweet, but it's like
sure,
like you need a lot of lemon, otherwise you're just like,
and like a lot of ice maybe.
Yeah, but ice you're not gonna find ice over there.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
You're not gonna get ice. Like, what is ice? But the potential for showing off some of those cultures when they head further and further west towards Egypt. There's some pretty cool places over there. There's some pretty cool locations, and also if you take this in the context of this being like the early '90s or the late '80s. There's a lot of places that are not as developed now.
Right.
As they were, or not as developed then as they are now.
Yeah, right, exactly. Hence why a lot of their driving is, going on like hills and stuff with roads where there's just
those are dirt roads. Those are legit roads.
I was really surprised that there was actually like a big old 18-wheeler there. But
yeah, that seemed a little bit surprising because they're a lot heavier, so it's very easy to get kind of stuck.
Yeah.
But I guess if it's basically rock, that they're driving on, they're mostly okay.
Yeah. We don't have much experience.
We don't have much experience and stuff like that.
That's
and just not places like you haven't been out of the country ever before, other than Australia and New Zealand.
Right, and I wasn't exactly driving around there. I was backpacking.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
But I'm kind of excited about Enya because when you think about what her character means for the story, she has all the info on Dio. She knows everything.
Now I don't think she'll be very talkative.
No. No.
But
did you see how she was
beating
inflicting pain upon herself because she realized she was failing Dio?
Oh yeah.
This is the kind of loyalty that is self hurting kind of loyalty. So meaning that she would rather die than betray Dio. Probably because she's terrified of him.
Sure.
And the reason why I think she's terrified of him is because I think it was a while ago. It was a couple episodes ago, at least. But we saw Dio's stand somewhat that looked like Jonathan projected out.
Yeah, I believe so. And she had talked about his stand and you'll.
So what I think it is that Dio is beginning to have somewhat control over his stand now.
Sure, and she's like, I must keep myself useful. I don't want
otherwise I'm going to be facing that stand, and I have no way to, survive an encounter like that.
Now, one of the interesting things that I think about when I think about Enya, she almost seems like she's had more build-up than Dio has.
She has, kind of.
Because all the times when we see the whole things of the stand users being defeated, we've seen Dio before, so that is a good point. And the idea that, Dio, they're keeping that sense of mystery and everything about him.
Yes. Dark charisma.
Yes, dark charisma. Poses and very shadowy muscles. Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm really excited to see not just what Enya's stand is, but how she interacts with the Joe
Bros.
Yeah. Because
there was, remember the voodoo doll guy? And he was all just right. And Enya seems like that, but then we also remember the Hanged Man.
Exactly.
And he did not act like that. Not at all.
Yeah.
So if Enya is basically the old version of the Hanged Man, okay.
Yeah, they might be in some trouble.
I would also like there to be some horror elements associated with Enya.
That would be awesome.
Something legitimately just that gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't want to deal with that. I mean, just as long as it's not spiders, we're good. I don't care.
Plenty of spiders.
Nope.
All the spiders.
Nope. her thing is just she torments cats. That's her stand. Like,
that's right.
She sends out some like low-level psychic energy, and all the animals like go nuts. Actually, that'd be a very terrifying stand.
Some sort of psychic power.
Basically, something that rattles the fears of everything around it.
What if?
Wait, justice.
What if she was able to use her whole justice thing to turn them against each other?
That seems I don't want to discount that, but I feel like the balance bit is where it's there. It's not the copies, and it's not the mind control thing, and it's not even my psychic bit. It's something about tipping the scales, basically.
She reverses the polarity.
Yeah, she reverses the polarity. That'd be pretty freaking crazy. Star Trek.
Oh boy.
Anyway, guys, this was fun. It was goofy. It broke the fourth wall. This was a new type of JoJo's episodes in a lot of ways. We haven't seen a JoJo's episode like this before.
We haven't.
And we're looking forward to more. So if you want to see the next episode reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there. All this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us there about stories, get involved with our events we've got going there. And yeah, we'll see you then. But until that, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.